Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Paquette and today I'm going to be showing you how to animate a 2D figure in Adobe After Effects. For example, so let's go ahead and get started.
And the first thing I'm going to do is add the background. And it's a little off scale, so I'll hit S to bring up the scale options. I'll just click and drag. And I'm going to click this little chain here to only move this on the X-axis. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add a cartoon image that I created. This one I just got off of Google Images. But this is one that I made of my good friend. His name's JD. And I kind of attributed it with like King of the Hill, so kind of goofy, kind of funny. I like it. So I'm going to move him down a little bit by holding Shift and just using the arrow keys. Now, the best way to animate a 2D image like this is with the Puppet tool. So we're going to use this tool here, the Puppet Pin tool, and I'll select his feet down here and his kneecaps, and I'll put 2 at his hips. And I'll put 1 under his chin and 1 on his hand and his wrist, because we're going to animate him waving here shortly. But the first thing we need to do now is move his legs to appear to where he's walking. So the way we're going to do that is by clicking this pin here, and we're just going to move it this way along with his kneecap. And for this one, we're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to go forward with his kneecap there as well. And I'm going to come down here to the layer. I'm going to select the cartoon image and hit U. And that'll show us all the keyframes here. So I'm going to move forward 20 frames. And we'll move these to the opposite position. I'll put it about right in the middle there. There we go. And for this one, we'll do the same. We'll move it this way. And that looks good. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is click and drag to select these keyframes that we've just created. I'll hit Control C to copy. And I'm going to move forward 20 frames. I'll hit Control V to paste. And I'll do the same thing, but I'll select all of these. Move forward 20 frames again. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is stop him right there to where it appears that he is done walking. So the way we can do that, first I'm going to delete these extra keyframes. Make sure it's in the position where you want him to stop. In this case, I will be at exactly 3 seconds. And I'm going to click one of these. It'll create a keyframe over here for all the selected pins. And I'll highlight these and delete them. So now it'll stop at exactly 3 seconds. The next thing we can do is click the cartoon layer and hit P to bring up the position, and we'll click the stopwatch here at the position to where he stops moving. Now what I did, I just created a keyframe to where he will basically be at this position at this time. So now we're going to go to the very beginning, and we're going to click and drag him off of screen. There he goes. And I'll hit space to see how that looks. Okay, so it appears that actually appears to be in good motion. So the next thing I'm going to do is click and drag this pin. Excuse me, let me move this to the 3 second mark there. I will hit U to bring up all the existing keyframes. And I'm going to move this right over here. And we'll go forward 10 frames. And I'll move it back. and we will copy those and paste them. Do it one more time. Highlight all of those. I'll copy them. Actually, I'll delete that keyframe and move these all down here. Move 10 seconds. Copy. And one more time, 10 seconds, and we'll copy. So now he should be waving the whole time. So let's see how that looks by hitting space. Okay, now the only problem we have now is his head appears to be moving a little bit, and that's not really a problem, but if you wanted to stop that, obviously you could just go to, I'm just going to go to the 3-second mark, and I'll put a pin right at the center of his head. That's going to be number 10 there. Let's hit U. And I'll put that at the very beginning to keep his head stationary. And let's hit space one more time. That's a little bit better. I'm not really too concerned about his chin moving or anything. So one more thing that we can do is fix the background, because as you can see, his legs appear to be moving in front of this chair, making it unrealistic. So we're going to fix that. I am going to hide all of this information on the cartoon character. Now we got the background selected. We'll go back to the scale here, and we'll select the x-axis and reverse it. And now we'll hit space and see how it looks. And there we go. That is basically in a nutshell how you animate a 2D cartoon character in Adobe After Effects.